Hey guys, Infidel 1258. This is a video that we're going to talk about Federal Reserve and its quantitative easing. We're going to talk about the broader economic system and whether there's potentially more downward trajectory for the cryptocurrency market because of all of the inflation, because of the Federal Reserve's oversight. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's certain, but I really can't see a way past a significant recession or even depression that probably affects major indices as well as blockchain and possibly Splinterlands. Does that mean that I'm bearish and I want to sell? Am I bullish and I want to look for opportunities to buy? Let's talk about it. Guys, thanks so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless. Well, we are closer to the bottom, so a lot of positive about. I think worse could be behind us from the cryptocurrency standpoint. I think Chuni's referring to there. I think so too. You never know. And I feel like this feels, and you guys tell me what you think, but doesn't this moment kind of, I don't know how much you guys follow like the banks and the finances and, quantitative easing and interest rates and bond yields and all this stuff. But in my opinion, this feels as though it could be really like an actual Great Depression moment. Like I don't say that lightly. I don't want that to happen. It's not like, oh man, that'd be great because then as a prepper or a guy who has gold and silver, I'm going to be happy. No, man, that's going to be devastating. Like if that's true, millions of people lose their jobs. There's poverty and suffering. It's like, I don't look forward to that, but I actually think I just can't imagine a way around it. And then in that light, I say to myself, is that moment now or is that in 10 years? I don't know the answer to that. It could be kick the can down the road. Because if they come out and they do significant QE and just start pumping the market with money, because I could see what I'm kind of in 1 minute, what I'm expecting from the broader economy is that America as the cornerstone of the economic world today is actually going to go ahead and recognize that they push interest rates too far. And you're seeing things break and you're seeing like bond yields invert and so on. And I think this translates to a moment where you're going to see closer to the next presidential election. So next year, because in the next year, things are going to be gearing up. And then in that last year, things really kind of politically start firing. So then by maybe a year from now, late 2023, I expect, or even in the next 6 months, I expect significant quantitative easing. I suspect interest rates go back down to zero. I suspect probably a Fed coin that will essentially be dumped into accounts for each American citizen. And this will happen globally, but America is like an example of how it'll unfold everywhere. There'll be a Fed coin from the Federal Reserve and they'll open they've actually, last year, they passed a thing where they can do a bank account for you individually. They'll dump money into that account and they'll give a timeline. They'll say, look, if you spend this in the next 30 days, it's yours. This is the way we're gonna prop up the economy. We're gonna fire up, business, and we're gonna help the little guy. Inflation's gone too crazy. We're gonna try and help you. That it'll be wrapped in this sort of, we want to help you type mentality. But that is like going to kick inflation up to the next level. And then you start getting maybe hyperinflation. And I think ultimately that's where things really fall apart into maybe a Great Depression. If that was to happen, I don't know. I'm bringing this all up because if that was to happen, I don't know if the worst is behind us. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I don't really know how I see a way past that because I do think the economy is crumbling. And I wonder if the Federal Reserve and the global financial system has the balls to, in this moment where things could kind of, if you raised interest rates and let certain companies fail, I think we fix this. I actually think if you let certain companies fail, we fix this short term. That'll take years too, but that's the best way out. I don't know that they have the balls to do that. I think they're going to say certain banks are too big to fail. I think they're going to say certain enterprises are too big to fail. I think they're going to want to win elections, so they're going to throw money at us. All of that would be bad and be kicking the can down the road. And if they kick the can down the road, coming back to Chuni's comment, have we hit the bottom? I don't know. Is cryptocurrency insulated or, somehow safer than broader, stock markets? I don't know. But positive conclusion there. I'm just of the opinion that this technology is revolutionary, whether we're talking Splinterlands and the blockchain, kind of what it's doing here, or certain cryptos that I love and trust that I've seen development in, or I see have utility. And again, like we said, almost in the first minute of the conversation, You have to believe what you believe about the projects you're investing in and set aside the white noise of doubts from outside. Even if that white noise is my comments right now, maybe you believe I'm wrong about some of these things and you've got an opinion that maybe it is now's the time to oh man, I hope you're not investing in stocks, but maybe you totally disagree with everything I just said and you are. You make your bed and you lie in it. And so I kind of hope you're right that we are close to the bottom, but I do wonder. And even if I wonder, I'm still investing because I actually am willing to ride volatility. So I hope that was interesting.